During the whole run in the Champions League, I never thought that we were out of it, never. I loved you guys, I really loved you guys.
And then this game was coming up.
Just will not be beaten, this man.
Robbie, thank you for accepting my invitation. It's my pleasure to welcome you here. So I'm gonna take you through some memory lane, for you. So then we obviously, the change happened, and then we got on a run. Not completely in the Premier League, but in the Champions League. Suddenly all the bad things were happening in the Premier League, but all the good things started happening in the cups. I obviously understand the emotions, the importance, the heaviness of the moment that I'm preparing for, but I'm preparing myself. Yeah? Now, I know obviously what's been happening, but you were in charge of the team with Steve Holland, obviously, Eddie Newton, and your staff. And now the doctor was at your door probably every day. So tell us a little bit what happened there, like the preparation for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a great week actually leading up to the final, that we could train and try different tactical formation for the final. Well, we had 4 suspension, so 4 players were not available for the game, for the final. And then we had, leading up to the final, we had Gary Cahill got injured and David Luiz got injured. And JT was suspended and Ivanovic was suspended. So we basically didn't have any centre half leading into the final, the week into the final. So it was really touch and go for Gary, Cahill and David Luiz to be able to actually make the final to play. So obviously Dr. Paco he was with me every day, of course. And actually the night before the game, he was in my room until I think 1:30 in the morning. Because Gary recovered, I think he trained maybe the last 2 or 3 training sessions, but not 100%. But we sort of, we had a chance with him. We knew that he could probably start the game. We didn't know how long he would last, but David Luiz was a big risk, And the doctor said to me, look, it's the last game of the season, it's a final. We'll try to get him onto the pitch.
Throw him in.
Yeah, we'll try to get him onto the pitch.
But then I remember, we went to the dressing room and you pulled the 3 sheets and you said, okay, guys.
Plan A and Plan B, yeah.
If he survives the warm-up, we go like this. If he doesn't, we go like this. If Gary can't do it, we go like this. If he gets injured, we go like this. We had how many? 3 different lineups?
No, 2. We had 2 lineups. 2? Yeah, 2 lineups. So basically, we had to prepare for it, didn't we? So we had basically 2 lineups. So you're right, actually. So Gary, we thought he could start. We didn't know how long, but I think we okayed there for a period of time. But David, we were just unsure. We didn't know. So we said, okay, if Gary and David start the game, this is the lineup. If David Luiz doesn't come through the warm-up, then this player is going to come in, this player is going to move there, and blah, blah, blah. So we had to have 2 lines up for as preparation, because we didn't have enough time to react, and we had time to prepare for it. But
amazingly, they both laughed. They both lasted the whole game, and then never having the adrenaline as well. I think if you have Champions League final, last game of the season, I guess
But you get in this game, it was actually for me, it was actually the easiest lineup, because basically whoever was fit started the game, and the others were on the bench, and there was nobody. I didn't have to leave anybody out. Under the bench we had a couple of young players as well, actually, just to fill the bench, because there weren't just not enough players. It was funny.
Did you have in your mind, did you have that feeling like, no, we survived every round and it was difficult every round and then we're going to do it? Or you thought, okay, this is going to be now a difficult show, like 7 minutes?
Well, during the whole run in the Champions League, I never thought that we were out of it. Never. Even when it looked really bleak, you know, the first game against Napoli at home, we had to overturn the defeat from the first leg. And then, you know, the Barcelona game with it, just the feeling I always had is that we're not done yet. We're not done yet. But you never know how it's going to end. You don't know that. But I just hold the feeling because, you know, the group of players that we had, Peter, and it was such a strong. We had so many strong personalities in the group, and so many players that, from my point of view, deserved to lift that trophy. And that's a trust and the confidence I had in new players. And I don't know if I was able to transfer that trust in you.
I think you did, because the way, you know, the team plays as well with the, you know, with the kind of confidence and determination and the belief. If it's everything kind of comes together. So I
had unconditional trust in you guys, unconditional, and also love. I loved you guys. I really loved you guys. I had such a great relationship with all of you, or let's say
most of us.
Most of you, yeah, not all of you. Most of you. I had a really good relationship, and I had the trust, and I trusted you guys. But obviously, when they scored, and there wasn't much time left, I still didn't think that we were out. As I said, I still didn't think we were out. But obviously, then, you know, the big man came in or turned the corner into a goal.
And you picked the right goalkeeper.
Unfortunately, we had you. Unfortunately, we had you in goal. And I said in the past, Peter, I don't think you get enough credit for what you did. Not just this season, but, you know, in the 10 years, was it?
Yeah, 11
10 years,
seasons.
11 years at Chelsea. I mean, this season you were incredible. But also, I could see the work that you and Christophe, the goalkeeper coach, Laurent, would put in. And, you know, people only see this, but I could see after the training sessions when you had the meetings with Christophe and you were analysing the opposition's players, who was taking the free kick, how they were taking the free kick, who was taking the penalty, which was the most probable side of. So I knew the preparation you would put in. So I was still surprised how good you were, because you made some incredible saves. But I remember, you know what I remember? It was so difficult to win it, wasn't it?
Of course.
It was so difficult. I mean, you played many times in it.
It took 8 years for me. It took 8 years to win this cup. So that's why.
So difficult. I remember every game.